Good evening, citizens. The City of Pahokee regular commission meeting has been called to order. If we can all stand for invocation and pledge, please. Deacon Morrison, sir, who will do the honors.
Heavenly Father, we come this evening giving you thanks. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity, for this community to come together. Father, we ask you for guidance and direction. Heavenly Father, let us all know that we can agree to disagree and respect each and every one. Heavenly Father, we ask these blessings in Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, Deacon Morrison. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Watt.
Present.
Commissioner Brown.
Present.
Commissioner Biggs.
Present.
Commissioner Hill. Present. Vice Mayor Walker. Acting City Manager Washington. Here. City Attorney Brandenburg.
Here.
Sergeant at Arms Faulkner.
Here.
Superintendent Cook here.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. On to additions, deletions of the approved agenda. We have 2 items from the workshop that was added to the agenda items. One under the mayor's report, Mr. Hugh Jarvis from the Guy Zone Group will give a presentation. And also under the city manager's report, we're going to add the discussion for large family daycares. Any other additions to the agenda, Commission?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I would like to add proposed training for sexual harassment for staff.
We'll do that under new business. That'll be number 4 under new business. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Any other additions to the agenda items? Since there being none, can we have a motion to adopt the additions to the agenda items?
So moved.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Vice Mayor, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker. Yes. Commissioner Biggs.
Yes.
Commissioner Hill.
Yes.
Mayor Watt.
Yes. Commissioners, can we have a motion to approve the regular scheduled commission meeting September the 23rd, 2014?
Dear Jim.
To approve the minutes for the regular scheduled
So
commission
moved.
meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Commissioners. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Commissioner Hill.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker. Yes. Mayor Watt.
Yes. Under consent agenda items, I think the resolution is a straightforward resolution that we put forward every year. Is there any discussion about the resolution, Commission? Basically, the resolution, citizens, is to for us to apply for permit for the annual Christmas parade. Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Madam Clerk?
Vice Mayor Walker. Yes. Commissioner Hill.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs. Yes. Mayor Watt.
Yes. On to our proclamations. We have a proclamation, the 85th anniversary of the Rotary Club of Pahokee, and Dr. Hardney, I think we have you present now. If you wanted to come forward to the podium at this time, that would be great. I know we have you on the presentations, but we're here now with the proclamation, so we might as well get started with your presentation.
Oh, absolutely, and thank you very much. Glad to be here, Commissioner, Mayor. Here with other Rotary members. This is our district governor, Dr. Juan Ortega, and also there's several others. Well, there's one other I saw, Ms. Hale, Julia Hale, and Ms. Foster. But we're glad to be here before you. The Rotary Club, as you may or may not know, was the Rotary Club of Pahokee was founded October 30th, 1929. And so, as you know, that was a pivotal time for the city of Pahokee. Our club, the 3rd oldest Rotary Club in Florida, we're part of Rotary International, which actually was founded in 1905. The oldest service organization and one of the largest humanitarian service organizations in the country. Our motto of the organization is service. And one of the things that you may recognize that the Rotary Club does is the annual scholarship program where we offer students, colleges, a college scholarship. That's usually based on these 4-way tests, of the things we say or do. And I would, this I think, whether or not, or if you're part of the team, I think you can intrude some of the rules that the nation lives by. That is very appropriate and look at the things that we on a regular basis. Basically, the things we think say and do, is it fair to learn? Will it build good, better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And we hope that that's what we always, every single thing that we try to. And the proclamation, as I know, is a long document, and we're not the whole thing, but I do appreciate your recognition. Organization, and I think on behalf of the Rotary Club of Ohio, I'd like to say thank you for that. And at this time, I think for the club is that this is a difficult time for the city. The city is dealing with some really troublesome issues right now, but as a club, when the club was founded, think about what was going on in 19. The depression affected everyone across, but the big flood of 28, this was found right heels of that, and the business of this community, through everything else going on, saw fit to the club and to continue to. And so for that, I think we'd like to be the spark that helps light up. Okay, that is our thing for this year. So we'd like to say, there's a bright spot. We like to just continue to bring and to continue what positive things come out of the do together. We are working with people. We'll be starting a junior chief. We'll be doing health screening, diabetes screening, and those. We do an annual fishing, and we also will be at the housing. We'll do a canned food next month. So, seeing Rotary. I'm appealing to you in the community. You're afraid to say, okay, more about it. We have somewhere come and say hello. One came out today. I'm sure he'll come out every time. But anyway, we do appreciate that recognition. And one of the other special things I wanted to present to the city, and I'll talk about that because he's the engine of the group. The Rotary Club has a project that we think will help us promote safer roads for the county. So while we talk about the presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Commissioners. Very briefly, I'd like to share with you it's a safety project that we're doing. The thing that makes a difference between Rotary and any other organization is that we use professions to make the world a better engineer by training. I live in county. I am responsible for 50 Rotary clubs in the country and for the most dangerous intersections in our county and in our municipalities. And if they to accept our gift, donate this through the Pahokee Road, and the city will not cost you anything. Just you just have to install them. So allow me to turn off the light so you can see what I'm talking about. As far as safety, that's an optional project. So when you're driving with your car, the lights, the car, and you miss the stop signs, because the stop signs are so you can look in the back. You will see on the poles of the stop signs. You can see them, and we will working with your we donate as many signs. And one of the red is the ones that we because those are already up, and we can have the lights back on. You saw that. So the one is approved by the foundation at the state level and the U.S. state use them, and we work for free. The other three approved yet. We're working, so those we can that city, but happy to lay the ones, so that we're going to follow the stop sign and flash with the light. See them and we'll be able to take any section of the city. So, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to.
Any questions about the light, the stop sign apparatus? I don't have any questions, but I very much for thinking about the safety of especially our children, about them schools and everything. I noticed in the news that I do school exit in certain areas. What would be the delay on improving it in this area? I wish you making sure that we get approved. And thank you very much. So there will not be an objection, but accepting your gift.
Very much. Thank you.
All right, once again, very much. Can we have a motion to accept the proclamation for the 85th anniversary club? Thank you very much, Vice Commissioner. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes. Under presentation, Ricky Butts Funeral Home. If you can step to the podium, state your name and the bidder representative, and welcome to the chamber.
Good evening, it's Ricky Butts, home in Belle Lake, and then, this year, I was also by the city of Okie to follow in a chapel, as some of you may have, I have been trying to do this for a little while now, and I'm running to a couple of roads. One address that I have on hold, it was originally a church not zoned properly. So in order to get this zoned, it will cost me some money that I'm able to afford to do right now at this moment, this scenario. And if I do, it would, and so the cost would go right to consumers, which I don't do. So the problem is, like, we have a zone that trying to do is basically the same thing that is already. So what I'm the commissioners, some kind of way we can defer, or perhaps whatever ideas you have, so I can defer these for zoning. And what I've got from in terms of that, they can be over $1,000, and that's now that I can't afford the other stuff that I have to do. So what I am proposing is something you guys is some type of deferment, perhaps the zoning to avoid that. Ultimately, what I'm trying to do is essentially what's already anyway on the current commission. It just was zoned properly. It was a church, basically, when I'm almost the same thing. It falls into the same category.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Butts. Mr. Brandenburg, sir, is there any way that could waive these fines for this business?
I think what we should do, Mr. Mayor, is refer to your consultant, Alvin Giordano. I can work with them to see if we can find a way to do that or lower the cost to the point where it'd be able for this gentleman.
Thank you very much. Mr. Mayor. Yes, Ms. Warner, if you can share the that you have from Mr. Giordano.
Good evening. The current zoning is single SF7, and the issue that Butts had ran into, once you're performing use, for instance, if the American Roots were doing a church, and if Mr. Butts wanted directly in right after him, it was allowed. But the church was out of business for over 180 days, it goes non-conforming use. This comes from Capitol. They did state to us that fees is gonna be anywhere between $5,000. However, the sign, as it relates to waiving fees, we have other residents that wanted to go into the same location. But we're gonna do everything we can with Mr. Butts, but it's my interest.
Thank you very much. Commission, any discussion?
Yes. Rosa, for instance, she wanted to do a school, not going to do a school. Yes.
They also had to do, wanted to do a hardware.
Right.
Same similar. I would encourage this commission with this business. We want to in business in Pahokee, but we need to be consistent with it. So one of the things I would make is maybe we can install payments over the 24 months, whatever that would be reasonable and affordable for him to be a consideration that I would put on the table.
I think you have to, but Timberg said that he them let know that he can be given that opportunity. It can happen because we think what we can pay him, but I would have a problem. We can work it out with them and to go along with that.
Okay. Commissioner, so we need a motion put forward off the city attorney with Butts Home, along with our Giordano, see what we can come up with in order to Mr. Butts to enter the city of Pahokee. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Madam Clerk, Commissioner Babb and Biggs.
Commissioner Barr?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
And Walker? Yes. Mayor?
Yes. Mr. Butts, I wish you, sir. All right.
Sir, don't leave your phone number.
Our next that we have is Mr. Lester. Muck City Parade. Welcome to the camera, sir. State your name.
Right, my name is Lester. I'm an entrepreneur, activist, and hats I put on. Now it's called Muck City Parade. Now it's Muck Parade.
Muck Bowl.
Parade. Make that correction. And I'm here to make a presentation about the Muck Bowl because it's something that for a long time since I made the first Muck Bowl. Now my reason is the Muck Bowl t-shirt in the first place. Because I was making t-shirts for Pahokee and I had Bearglade, but when it came time to in Bearglade, I Bearglade shirts enough, so I had to think of a way to shirt for both of them. So Pahokee versus Bearglade, then it eventually became the Muck Bowl. Everybody jumped on board. A wonderful thing, a whole bunch of them to see the Muck Bowl from all over the country. And a lot of communities don't benefit finances that come here. They leave. So the Muck Bowl Parade had to do several. First of all, it's going to beautify Bearglade, South Bay, Pahokee, and Spot. It's going to start in Pahokee. At the same time, it's going to create some local jobs that people can and make a living to build in child support. It's going to stimulate our local thing so that we can tell them the truth. Our local economy, so we plan ourselves. Somebody else to take care of our. It's not going to happen. So the parade is going to say Pahokee, but not. It's going to be more of a walk, carry bush, because we're having plastic and paper flowers. We're designing to have real flowers, real plants, so that the end we're going to sell them throughout the city, beautifying the city. Now, residents are the ones who are doing it. Not the residents. We got to pick a corner, we're going to beautify it. I call it the Olympic. Y'all have to pull my coat from
I got you.
Olympic effect. Go to this country, build a stadium at the end of the Olympics, and leave it there, all intact. some sections of the community. We want to like that. Get permission, raise funds, everything. Beautify this spot, man. It's and then leave. Raise enough money on some of those low-level skill individuals who graduate with a diploma that's not worth anything, need a job. We can create a whole lot of things with it. See, so y'all allow us and come see what we do. Show up and participate. Watch, wave, and do the next time we have to make this work in our people. Beautiful ways at the same time create some skill jobs. You don't need no to push the lawnmower. I started cutting grass and learned about what I'm about. I'm an expert in it now. So lawn service makes a lot of money. Young guys who hang on the street and will do it. See, so y'all come out, it's coming. We've been planning, we didn't put the word out because all this wasn't dotted and the T's, but they are never. Y'all come out. Your car, put a plan on the back and say where you're going to put it at. That's very important. We start in front of the school. I got the route. I go start in front of the school. I don't know the name of all the roads. Yeah, the route that you can take without contacting the, you know, the one that, you know, we have to do everything. I've done my research, everything I can do to make this, it's for us people, man. We're going to jail and we can, there's so much that we can do for our children, because at the end of the parade, portable stage that we'll put up and the people. Eventually, we will invite people here and have days to celebrate. I already got y'all get with me, let's do it. So we can feed people and get them to buy merchandise made locally. I'm starting the Art Glade Center, and I'm quite sure I can do a hokey too. And the art is designed so that we can make merchandise that's marketable. Have our children how to do something for when they graduate high school. They got it.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Any questions?
What time is this going to be on?
10 a.m. Yeah, starting the high school up. I got to make sure. And that's why I said Martin Luther King. But we still the park that we're for the city or the main street that we beautify. I've drawn up a skeleton that'll fit in the block of empty lot. But I still want to get with some people up there. We're going to make some noise. Kick off history. The first month, taking pictures, document. Y'all come on out and y'all like, people come. That's why I said, we want to clean this. Let's go do it. We don't need to.
Just a second, Mr. Finney, we have it for you.
Just one quick question. Try to let us know when we close so that we know a rough draft.
Okay, I emailed who can I give you I'm be over here tomorrow, find you.
Email.
Thank you. And I want you to really appreciate this is good for the Glade. We're to come together during this time. We already want to do by giving canned goods a turn. We already want something to help something. This time of the year, we find our community.
All right, thank you, Mr. Finney. Any other questions? Commission?
Any questions? Anybody want to help?
Right.
Not all at once.
I encourage you to make sure if you do want to be the month bowl, make sure you reach out to Mr. Thank you very much again, sir. Our pleasure. That presentation from the mayor. Oh, actually, it's coming at the city manager's report. Okay. We have thank you very much, Commissioner. The mayor's report. All the things to mention. I spoke with interim city manager and at the RECOP meeting about what's on our parks and recreation when it comes to the utilization of the bathroom outside. Hopefully we can come to a solution to help resolve the issue between ourselves and our current leaser of our building here, preparatory school. Encourage our citizens, make sure they're using the bathroom. It's a real problem. Individuals having to come to work, usually happening over the weekend when they come in on days. They're having to deal with a situation where they have around their campus individuals using the bathroom. So we want to make sure that we are encouraging our citizens, and our recreation department will work along with the city manager to see if we can resolve these issues. I'm going to allow now for Mrs. Mr. Claudia and Mr. Hughes to come forward. They're going to give a presentation on what they propose as far as working with the city of Pahokee, generate development, create jobs here within our. We welcome you all into our chambers when you come. Please state your names and the station that you're representing.
Commissioners and gentlemen of Pahokee. I'm Carolyn Kennedy. K1, I have a trustee working on the Lake Okie with Sales Construction, people over there. And we have done. I would like to present partner and Mr. Ritchie, as well as guests who joint venture with to do some business here. There's a lot of opportunities for Pahokee to get jobs and to city marketplace. It has such a great view, and I think that you really need advantage of it. So without further, let me introduce Mr. Jarvis, who's the representative of Pahokee.
Good evening, commissioners. Pahokee. Good evening, everyone. Hugh Jarvis. I'm actually a representative of this group, which is Real Estate and Development Group Limited. I must say that I'm happy to be here. Last 10 days, enjoyed myself, except for the local birds. And, I think we can help it also. I must say, Gaussian of investors and developers is now positioned in and they are just in Antigua, Jamaica, and we were actually country economic hub. We're targeting the Bahamas, also looking at the Dominican. The company is now in Grenada because of reasons he could not have been in Barbados to go back to China. As a regional representative, my is to sensitize you as to what we have been doing. We have our local representative, CPK1, Carolyn and Mr. Ritchie, who has been in diligence on the ground to see how we could best in the strategy here. We, the past 6 months, shortlisted some projects that could be feasible. In that, one of the strategy of this were or is to deal with citizenship, and that EB5 program that the United States. A conglomerate of China, not the fast food restaurant, but Chinese who wants to sustainable projects, really looking in the Caribbean to do this other thing. When we spoke to one and we recognized that he's open to invest, we decided that we were going to proposal forward to set up an economic industrial parks and free zones in Pahokee. We came on the ground. We have been looking at lands and also local landowners who have with us their willingness to take in joint ventures. What we want to hasten to say to the Commission, propose the jobs that we realize from this project is 20% local jobs. 20% will be mainly the technicians who will be setting up these and also businesses, so that Pahokans can realize this and the profits from those. We looked at how development. We felt that we provide low incomes at high, and these houses are two-bedroom houses, which we are, and that we are stating houses will run somewhere $50 to $80. Starting to partner with the government of Pahokee, we are saying that we will local Pahokians to grow projects. The other look at is the realization of an eco where we will set up so we can manufacture building materials, and we will charge back to the American Caribbean. These will cost for shipping and so forth. I think it is something that is achievable. And while we have that set up in Pahokee, we also think that we could partner in realizing some projects. We the CTK1 as to, and we have certain buildings that we can and bring it to a high standard. And so we are looking at the which we believe that is to the development of Pahokee. We have been learning that 28,000 vehicles goes through Pahokee on basis, and that came from a former chief of police, and we found incredible enough. And if something can happen here that can gravitate the person to help development and state and strength. We think that the lake location is whereby we can do investment. I must hasten to met with the city lawyer, and he recommended that we get permission and you to do what we are asking to do. We believe that this is the significant for Pahokee, because even from the previous presentation, that many young people there. We are talking about jobs. Jobs are here. We look at the significance of West Palm and the distance and this interaction between the tribes. And we felt that a project could be the metro system that connects the three cities. The Chinese company has dedicated to it. They are not any direct investment. The government, but with calculated risk that you can, it's enough. And then you will say where the finance is coming from. The Chinese are on tippy toe. They are in Grenada, they are on to come, and we are saying that in the next few days we will local so that we can realize what is required by law in a memorandum of understanding. So we want to submit some of the plans that we have for. We believe that it is a time and many things can. It is achievable, that you have to commission and the unity of have to support us going forward. And we did this proposal to you and hope that we can get support from you going forward.
All right, thank you very much. Commissioner, your questions to Mr. Jarvis?
I didn't know what support you other than our what you actually.
Well, to continue support, because we appreciate the fact that you have decided to pass a resolution here, and we are prepared as we once we can move on to the next standing memorandum of understanding, we will supply show houses to the city within the next 90. And that is a commitment that has been enshrined in China. We have to do that.
Any other questions?
Direct staff to work with the city manager and our attorney procedures and see what we can.
So we do have on the floor instructing the acting city manager and to work with the guys on seed of the MOU is what you're seeing. So can we have a motion on commission? Yep, go right ahead.
I just want, I'm trying to understand how is it, but
How is it, once we do this, what even, what resolution? Is it a support piece or just so that you all can move with the support? And also, I was doing a little checking myself. I don't see anything. I need some things. I just don't see anything that I'm satisfied. I didn't see anything, but I just didn't see anything.
Okay. Well, we have received a checklist from the city lawyer. Submitted to him documentation that can validate leadership, including contract or assignment with governments in the region. And also we have some registration certificates and other different supporting documents. Of course, we know that the internet times when we have to do installation. This current website is on the construction. If you go, I did a method of the business cards, so that clerk, the city clerk, look at the website and it's meant to the revenue, and so she could see under construction. So we are transparent. There is no hidden. We're here to for a win-win solution. That's what we're seeking.
Yes, exactly. Any other questions, Commissioner? Commissioner Hill?
See, I'm just not comfortable right now, and again, I want to also even if applied, can we go EDD, or can we have? Let me not say that. Any one of our resources do some checking into this.
Yes. Mr. Brandenburg, sir?
Yes, sir. As you know, he has a lot of, you have to follow state law and your own laws. Doing projects, the ability to advertise for folks to have the ability to participate in these. Each one of these projects here come forward will have to go that whole process. So the city cannot enter into MOU saying that you have all these projects with group. You have to go through the press with each project. So these gentlemen have been asking all week MOU, telling them the exact same thing all week, and they are appearing to insist tonight the next step is to move on the MOU. I need to stress that there won't be an MOU giving them to build all this. That is not a possibility under our law, and it would be ill for you to do that. If they want to work with the on a specific, they can that specific project work, and then they'll follow all the rules with regard to putting it up. Who's going to do the project? Who's going to finance the project? And if any assets such as land, other things will be used in. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Are there any other questions, Commissioner?
I might respond. What I have is, Mr. City Attorney, the list of projects that of the 5 per million that request the involvement of the city. That is the cabin project and the project with the hotel. The housing. We landowners that are a joint venture, privately industrial park, the free trade zone. The Port Authority, who has the sole discretion in granting free trade zones, licenses. We met with the Port Authority, who have directed as to how we do that. Now, what is that? Pahokee that is looking jobs, economic stimulus. Gone to Belleville, wherever, but we decided to work with the mayor's vision, bring those projects. So what we were merely looking at those projects is of your good permission. Well, we want it here, and we are open. So we spoke with the mayor concerning housing, and we asked you take 5 houses in Pahokee, looking for prices below housing, even in different locations, and the commission at no cost to the commission directly. We will do it as a bill transfer. We the houses, people sold the houses, and pay the Chinese. That is the model. Now,
When you explained the model to me, you indicated that you would build this, and if the houses aren't bought, then the city would have to cover the cost of those houses.
because
Okay, so you can't enter into that arrangement. You
cannot.
cannot. Any deal that you do privately with landowners and your investment team, I think the city indicated in this resolution they will support 100. And with the 2 projects involve the city, once the city details of those projects, then they can determine if they want to move ahead with the general. This resolution is the only thing that we can give you with regard to support.
That's acceptable.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay. Mr. Dodge, any other questions, Commission?
I think I'm banking on the resolution included in our package.
Okay. We're going to deal with the motion. I just want to, I encourage us, you said, to make sure we work with them and make sure we work legal parameters and make sure we're sound as a city and also for the city's interests.
Yes, sir.
I understand we want to do some development here. We support that whole, but we must make sure that we move in legal standing. But we have a motion on the floor, a resolution as far as giving our support for Guy Zone to enter into any private part and work with our city government, work on our governmental partnerships. I think is that correct? Correct. Madam.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Walker? Yes. Commissioner B?
Ask to discuss this resolution because as the attorney's not the memorandum of understanding.
Commissioner
If it's, but I'm not comfortable with So what I want to do is support us with it, but right now I'm comfortable, so I can't say yes.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. To the city mayor's report.
Things, I'd like to mention a couple of the events that are going to be coming up. Tomorrow we have Florence with Get Covered America. Florence French with Get America. She's going to host a presentation tomorrow at 5 here at another flyer say that's actually going to be held in this room because the seniors room is booked. Also, Wednesday coming up, Tuesday 11th, we want to mention that. Of course, the ceremony is going to be at the Old City Hall, the front lawn. We've also partnered with Ruby Helping Hands to host the first annual Saturday, November 15th. The Tri-City Commissioner, Mayor, Vice Mayor, December 5th, of course, building it. And then our upcoming annual Christmas parade with the Chamber with also some closure. Veterans Day, of course, will be closed at
have the ceremony, November 27th. Thanksgiving will be closed. Also, like, I have a we talked about this for assistance. Overgrowth in the city. I have several quotes, like, for you all to take a look at. I'm gonna pass down. It came in the highest 1,000 and 7,000. Now keep in mind, we have properties that we caught, properties mainly where they're growth. And I spoke with Mr. Johnson. We're going into dry season and slow season. Just if we get this under control, then our staff would be able to possibly use companies in the future to assist us during the rain. There's a breakdown on her property as well. And then while you take a look at 2 more items and then on to the presentation.
Before we move, since those private properties, what is the likelihood that we would receive reimbursement from the property on point in time?
I think the only likelihood was if we foreclose on.
Okay. I would suggest we prioritize, take the one that may be critical to sightliness of the city and consider doing to there are 42 private where we may not reimburse. There are 2 costly to the city. I know we need to do all we can to maintain the city. But again, we're going on property. I'm thinking that the property that we were concerned about is our own property we wasn't adequately maintaining. I'm not saying to take care of some of them, but it's on a priority basis, and we really need to get at the which projects we're going to take.
And I think we did speak on Johnson. We pretty much have done right now.
Yeah, it's like it's going, the grass is not there enough, so we're getting. And also, look, I'm down to police, trying to the whole city of Foley.
That's where we need to hire some additional. I don't know how many we can board, but need to get with the acting senator and take a look at these and hire that we can put on board. We need to begin getting outside of the box, maybe hiring, you know what the ramification of it is, hiring part-time where we don't pay benefits. There's a lot of unemployed people that don't mind working 3 hours a week. Straight pay.
Speaking of, I had that same conversation. There's 2.5.
Right now, yeah, 20.
1 full-time and part-time.
Workforce signed up guys for 3 months, preparing for them, and Goodwill. I'm looking to hear something Monday from. We got 2 coming from Goodwill, which they're gonna pay for.
Happy to start being very proactive with the situation.
I would make a motion to authorize manager to work parks and public services to hire the necessary staff we need to maintain the city property.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Vice Mayor, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Dow?
Yes.
Mayor Walker? Yes. Commissioner Hill? Mayor Walker?
Yes.
Mayor, the large family base.
Yes.
Come up.
Yes, if the individual hear about the large family day, come to the podium, please.
Mr. Attorney, actually, make it known, one of the that here at large family daycare sister, would that be a conflict?
Depends on what action you need to take, ma'am. So we'll see what they have to say and then.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all very much for coming to the chamber, and welcome. City Manager, if you want to take.
Yes, this has been ongoing as well, and, I think I've met with at least two ladies I know, and we've discussed, large family daycare. I think you have 5 or 6 now, and they're wanting to increase max, which is 10, 12. They're wanting to increase. As of now, the ordinance does not allow daycares. We do have the city that were done prior to this current administration. The ordinance doesn't allow it. So what we did was we went in to seek advice on what we could do. Ms. Rashonda has some information from the planners, informed us what we could do. Those were required because they want to go, they have to move out of their house because they can't do the large with the business. They talk parking, zoning. That was just something to get around without bringing you guys to try and help them by doing a thing. And we had that conversation with them. So Ms. Rashonda has some that we brought in from Calvin Giordano.
Last question before they. How many are to do at the present time? 5, so they want to go to at least 12.
The health department approved for us no large, but it's up to the
Yeah, I haven't talked to somebody.
Thank you very much.
Good evening. Basically, have to do is a text amendment. It's just a strike through that will a greater number than for the daycare. Therefore, Giordano informed me only cost the city only $500 or less, and that will change the entire for the city of Pahokee to allow these ladies and other residents to do their family day.
And they'll also have to move out of their homes. They
No, right now, I would, basically, at the second page, there's a facility license and accordance with the county standards, supervisory care is provided 5 or fewer children at one time, including 2 of the supervisor. Basically, they would strike through that number 5, add a greater number to it. But we need a consensus from
the commission.
I wanted to point out to you, the county has many years licensed facilities. You have generally, I think it's 5 kids for a smaller facility and a larger facility. And the thought always was that with 5 kids that a person would care of in their household, that it probably would make disruption to their single-family neighbors in the issue for you is really you change the city code so that any in your city someone can have 12 kids during the day, babysat and taken care of. We'll change the character of the neighbor and cause stress to the neighbor.
You're hearing murmuring because I think community, there are a lot of kids.
Right.
As far as, I don't know about the other commissioners, but with all of them, I've seen their homes and how they got it fenced in. It's really so the kids run out into other people's and stuff like that. I'm observing their well, so, I was wondering why they only had, but now I know, and I read every ordinance. I'm willing to whatever it is, because
the county have already approved the increase, and it's not an easy So I don't think you're gonna have, you know, hundreds of home daycare. Enough. And if you, this must be a demand food service needed, so I don't have a problem.
Keep in mind that only thing the city of Hogan expects is the structural. The hardest thing is getting the apartment. If they pass the health department, if the outside of their pay, they have them.
Go ahead, Vice Mayor.
Now, my back to the tram, I allowed this.
I think you should file an extension with the clerk. That will be minutes for the next meeting.
Thank you.
And this will also job.
Correct.
Move that, we approve this amendment to allow family daycare in the city of
Very much, Commissioners, roll call, please.
Yes.
If you want to hold it down in the audience, please. Please hold the noise down. Citizens, when you speak in, there's a lot of feedback that comes to the commission. So that's that you keep your voice down because you hear what's happening. So continue, please.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Walker? Mayor?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, come back before with an act or that will be read on first reading, adopted at the second reading. So it will be another month that comes into effect.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brandenburg.
Now they'll be able to move forward.
After your loss, you should be able to move forward. The health department signs off.
Thank you. Kind of let me know.
All right. Thank you very much. On to your report, City Attorney. Before you get we're getting ready to talk about a touch for the community so that we have act in order in the citizens that are in attendance as well as the commission. Make sure we're keeping all comments to nil. I only have one comment card about this current thing that we're getting ready to discuss. We'll only have one individual comment. But once again, we exist to make sure that we're respectful to the process we're getting ready to go through. Attorney, sir, take it away.
Yes. The issue today for you is to conclude what to with respect to manager. The city manager was attended at the last meeting. He was with pay. And I believe that the council suspended him related to the way in which he reacted to a claim that was for the city, a letter that he wrote to the commission that was accusatory. So now he ended and he paid. You all interim manager who's the actual charge that has been filed is to sexual harassment. No idea whether that charge is or not at this point, and consequently does not serve as a basis to take any action with respect to that process. The EEOC varies in length, sometimes can take up to a to resolve. The end of that process, the EEOC finds that the likelihood that a case for discrimination or sexual harassment is there, or where they decide there's no likely case there. In any event, them issuing a letter gives the person who claims the right to sue the court. Of course, as you know, federal court can go on for years. So the city can afford to have a city manager suspended with full pay while this whole process is going about. As a result of that, you have some alternatives at the bottom of this memo for you to consider with your manager. And through those alternatives quickly, so the members of the audience can hear it. The first is to reinstate the city manager with specific instructions not to be involved in CEO seek or claimant and any other conditions that the city might be appropriate under the circumstances during his employment. Or you could, Mr. Moore, from his responsibilities as city manager and reinstate him as a finance director. As the contract with Mr. Moore provides that as an alternative, that when Mr. Job, he wants to make sure that in the event you were on with him as city manager, he might have the opportunity to fall back as finance director. It's an alternative for you to, not for him. It's your idea. One is to terminate Mr. Moore without us, and then you would pay of the severance pay that is set in his contract, and that's based on how many years he's been your senator. If you believe to be true, terminate him for cause and by what specific actions fall within categories under his contract that you can terminate him for. There's a lot of alternatives, I imagine, one of which is to negotiate a resolution with him. And you're done with this discussion. If Mr. Moore comes back to the manager, then that would be the end. If he doesn't come back, then decide how to replace the city manager. And what process you'll go through to do that. So really what I wanted to tee for consideration this evening.
Mr. Brandenburg, sir. Commissioner, we see what we have before. Is there any that any commissioner would like to share a situation that's at hand?
Well, my thought is it's certainly an unfortunate situation. The situation with Mr. Moore, I was the one that advocated due this, and I think everyone have a right to due process. But due to his case may take an undetermined amount of time, and the city cannot continue, city manager who's not on board, who's not day-to-day in the city. Like that, Mr. Moore exonerated from these, I think, are significant potential for further even without him being involved. Mr. Moore was to accidentally brush into someone, it triggered a charge. Those liability and his retreat in support in the community, not saying that is against Mr. Moore, but they are showing his ability to relate to day-to-day operation, and the fact that his by his own is that he had a problem some commissioners and him to be in effect. I would move that we terminate Mr. Moore without cause and pay him according to what's due the city to move on and hire a manager.
Very much, Commissioner Big Bass. Any site commissioners?
What we pay when we look at it.
You said you may be able to help you on that.
License?
I'd just like to ask Mr. Van Wood to clarify why to help me better understand.
For lack of a word, without all this said, the simplest route to terminate him, you put in the cause out to list, particularly according to contract, what caused of our termination. And it still opened up the ability, a lawsuit, to say that those charges are inaccurate. So it could long distance by going ahead and terminating him without cause, directly putting a black mark on record, allowing him on, and also allowing the city to move on in additional manner. Reason I just say without cause, I think it's the most quickest way to resolve.
Well, I took it. Any other discussion? I took a different approach with all Commissioner Babs. I took the approach of term with cause. I've did under several is listed in his contract for terminations, misfeasance, non-fee, malfeasance. To explain to the citizens what these terms actually stand for. Misfeasance, willful inappropriate or intentional incorrect advice. Is that correct?
Yes.
Non-feasance, failure to act where act required.
Correct.
Malfeasance, an intentional act you're a party.
Exactly.
So with that being said, these are all issues relating to the performance and responsibilities of the city. Hoki's history, there must always be a just removal of a city manager. It must always be done in the interest of the city, community, according to both codes. And the term read to you within our rights as a commission to terminate. In 2010, the manager, Lily Lattimore, removed by a majority of the Pahokee for far less reasons than the reasons that I'm getting ready. Former manager Matthew Brock resigned in 2010, according to the city minutes of June 10, 2010. He was failing in his evaluation. Brandenburg, we made a note in that. Mr. Brock at a special meeting, the folks have concern the city is being ran one who does not have it and is not motivated. Mr. Brock shortly after that. For reasons, made a reallocation of funds detriment of the city of Pahokee. He failed to use for the purpose that were intended, which had stipulation. He failed to repair Pahokee's road streets, compromise of the citizens of Pahokee. He reallocated funds from citizens' water, which are stipulated on the infrastructure fees. Funds were used to repair. Funds were not used to repair infrastructure. Funds have not been put first. Public infrastructure allocated to his day-to-day options. Stipulations and have not resulted in any infrastructure or restructuring or repayments to the city. 2. Mr. Moore's second reallocation of infrastructure using citizens' gas. revenue. Those funds are once again to the day-to-day operation. Mr. Moore has spent over $620,000 with no tangible results. Not only does crumbling infrastructure endanger our citizens, it damages the appearance of our community pride. Mind you, Mr. Moore showed us a spreadsheet tallying the cost of cost us to repair those in Pahokee. For Flora Lane, $893 for failure to allocate. Each year the city of Pahokee a certain amount for gas tanks. Mr. Moore failed to utilize those dollars for public service. He decided to use those funds for day-to-day operations, once again compromising the safety of citizens. Non-feasible, failure to comply with the Sunshine Law. I personally am fighting for transparency here in the city. I have sent much requests to Moore requesting that the minutes be brought and kept up to should within 7 months of having a meeting. We're currently 6 months behind on those city minutes, which once puts the city at a liability. Malfeasance. Under the situation that Mr. Moore is facing, the sexual harassment allegation, once again placed in a liability. This falls under malfeasance. In accordance with the terms of his contract under malfeasance, it is in the best interest and the greater good of our surplus residents to terminate Moore's contract with cause, as listed earlier. The financial detriment has our city and community far too long. And I continue to uphold, make excuses for the sake of one man. When we're here, increase the quality of life of our citizens. We're elected to represent them, protect them. Commission, I would encourage us to terminate with cause as we move forward, move our city forward. Cause to terminate the manager with all Commissioner Babs. Terminate him without pay. I think he has been paid since he's been here in the city. I appreciate what he's tried to do. It's not worked. We need to move forward, and I do appreciate your sentiment of moving forward. And that's my closing argument as far as terminating with cause.
We have an original motion floor. I'm not prepared to go down there and say everything on there accurate or not. And I just know I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. The simple way to avoid litigation is to terminate the contract without cause. The manager is an employee. We don't need cause termination. Sometimes you need to select and choose. This is one we don't. This is more of a to be over and maybe be for terminating with cause. The simplest route to, I think the answer for tonight is to terminate cause and be done.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Babb. Other comments, Commissioner?
I second what Mr. Barrett said.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Biggs. Any other comments, Commissioners? We currently have a motion on the floor without cause, seconded. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs? Commissioner Hill?
No.
Vice Walker? Yes. Mayor Watts?
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk.
Okay, Mayor, the next issue you all to decide is the process you want to go through to replace Mr. Moore.
I think we have a process. Could you give us scenarios for the possible product we have used in the past?
Generally, there's a set range that's determined, dependent upon the experience of the person, and then that is generally in the League of Cities newspaper, all the city managers read, and possible local newspapers as well. And then a time is for all applications submitted. Then you'll need to a selection committee, go through all the applications and make a first cut. And then that's done, the city council can decide how many of the applicants they want to interview first. And after that, make the selection. Yes.
Who you want to come to public? Who you think would want to come?
Yeah, it's not a legal question.
Comments, citizen, please. There's a lot of feedback. Once again, I reiterate, when you speak in the audience, it may sound soft to you all. Feedback coming back to us. That's the normal process. So, do we have a motion on the floor for the process laid out? Our city attorney, or is there an alternative process that you'd like to consider?
I think that process is fine. You consider the salary, I would say up to 100,000. Not on actually pay on the qualification.
Correct. A minimum salary?
No, not a minimum, a maximum.
Is there a minimum?
Okay, I would say 75,000, depending on qualifications.
All right, thank you very much, Commissioner Bass. In the form of a motion on the time frame that we need to have this done.
We should advertise 30 days, be long, but we want to try to get candidates as we possibly can. And we need to advertise as wide as we can, as possible.
Selection committee commissioners, to make those committees person, one commissioner, each person appointee, is that correct?
You can do it any way you want.
Commissioners, how would we like to selection committee?
City Commission appoint one appointee.
Okay, thank you. Are we ready to prepare tonight to selections, or would we like to do that commission meeting? Keep that our November meeting has been canceled.
I had a candidate, but I haven't talked to her, so if that person would be willing to think, we probably need to at least a day or two before we I can get the names in prior to the meeting. I would hope we mean to get that process, but it really wouldn't make a difference if you're going to have it 30 days. The committee would still be with place prior to that. And even I may nominate apply for this position that you're highly qualified.
So we're saying we're going to follow the selection committee process, and you're saying that you do have a person for the position, but you would like to do the process?
No, I would like to speak with them. I don't want to name the list. We have already come through the process, and also when I have a person talk about being on the committee.
Okay. All right. Commissioners, that's selection for the committee. If you want to email and forward this on to manager, that would be great, so we can get started as far as the selection is concerned. Also, if we can work on getting the position advertised in the league, as well as local news, things of that nature, and as well as state.
And while process, we just do it that the former center doesn't have any city, supplies if not to get it. But that's just.
I understand all.
And we all
That
have.
was already on the project.
Standing that we also have changed. I don't think it's more going to come to City Hall, but that's just a standard procedure when we say manager.
Mr. Mayor, one more thing, that sometimes the needs to consider the extra burden that you place on interim city manager with respect to her compensation.
Correct.
Waiting on you, Chair.
I can give it on as it regards to that. I think we currently have, say, what's the salary of the city manager?
200.
Mr. Moore.
I think it's $100,000.
A breakmaster for a monthly breakdown, because being for interim time base.
I was just justified in that because actually we're going to have a payout. He has days, they have service and all the all that go along with that. So to compensate even close to the current insurance there, we just can't. I would select another tag to do that, but I can say $1,000 more would be at during this time. Earlier she needs some additional assistance, try to do all we can, staff pitch in and help. Would be my recommendation. Interim is to increase our $1,000.
Thank you very much. Any other thoughts, Commissioner?
Just one other thing I'd draw for you to consider is, at your last meeting, you made Mr. Ivester city manager. So I think that relationship needs to be clear, and
That was done, they said, because she was out.
that's right.
And so that is that.
Correct.
He came back.
She's back. Not anymore.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah.
That's where I so.
That's the way it was.
Yeah.
That was the way to correct.
Let me ask the city manager, and I don't want to spot, but do you feel Mr. I would be a big help in that role, or feel comfortable enough you can handle to do this alone?
I think he'd be an asset to me.
And hearing that, I move that we pay Mr. Iverson some additional pay into the time we can full-time city manager. Certainly it won't be what the manager did, we need to consider.
Okay. Secretary Cologne. Who's taking care of it?
But he'll still be, I think what we're saying is he'll still be the cemetery, but
But is it a problem?
We have a book
That's a recommendation just to start. The commission do as they please, say increase his pay by 5 a month. No, it's not, you need to make the employee additional job. It's a tough time, but it's great.
Commissioner, you want to put both those salary, both those increases for the motion?
So moved.
We already have a motion.
One.
Amend the motion to include salaries for the interim city manager and $500 for Ivester during this interim.
So moved.
All right. You have. Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Roll call.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker? Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill? Mayor Watts?
Yes. Since we are, we have two public comment cards on topic. We have Mr. Richard Brown. I think your question was who picked this job with the city manager. I think it was answered for you.
Kind of, and that letter. Yeah, my thing is Brown 303, because Mr. Brown, the city saying they ain't got no money, nobody. And I'm still seeing tonight, $1,800 going out into the marina. Hell, I mean, they ain't paying me $1,000, and you guys been and I'm the same to the Marines. I'm listening at you guys, and y'all about saying, hey, why this guy getting this little bit of money? And y'all gonna give $1,000 and hundreds.
Have that conversation with
Correct.
your...
They ain't here, but I just want to get my blood system,
All right,
because I'm
thank you,
sitting up
man.
there, seeing y'all giving $1,500, and I ain't, anyway, removing the pan for all this here. Y'all know I'm upset, but get upset. Who paying for all what's happening here now? My question. Who paying $100 for the city manager, or the attorney? Who paying for this fee?
Well, you know, the city is paying for any services that are rendered here. So you know who is paying.
To me, the citizen, a property owner. That I'm the one paying this here.
Correct.
And I'm glad to a resolution tonight. I hope y'all don't stay and go all through the city, into City Hall, and choke stuff. Let's clean up this gas problem.
Thank you.
You allow some people to talk.
I'm getting about thing happening.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm saying it right.
Mr. Brown, thank you very much. We have one other citizen, Mr. Nathaniel Holmes. If you want to talk now.
Nathaniel Holmes, 170 Green Star Avenue. When we make try to find another city manager, I suggest try very hard to find someone that love our city. If we bring that I don't have the love from, you know. That's right. Just within, I'm pretty sure educated, intelligent, can run this city, you know, let's try to find this from that's local.
I agree 100%. It's hard back there. I wish that's just one of them.
Which one is Ms. Harden?
Dr. Harvey.
Well, you know, that's, yeah.
We have local people that get opportunity.
And we need to be on the board, you know, you have to give the local, we need to give the locals opportunity. Some of us come back to try to help it. You know, most of the time we get educated, make money. We leave in houses in St. Andrew, communities and stuff. Some do love for Hokie. So we can't listen to it.
All right.
Of course.
Thank you very much, Mr. As Commissioner, maybe it's just what we have to open it up, and all citizens, local, not local, have
Yes,
to.
I understand we have to do the process,
Correct.
but that don't mean we have to majority.
Correct. You're correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, support that sentiment 100% out about it. This is the last comment from Mr. Gene Harvey. There was a motion by Mr. Mayor with cause. That motion failed. That's not correct. The motion actually passed. The motion without was the motion that we actually.
Just for Mayor, I want to make sure. Heard one that was originally made by Commissioner, and that motion was made Mr. Moore without, which would have granted him the severance.
Correct.
And they voted on that and voted to not allow
To allow
To allow it to pass.
allow it to pass for him to be terminated
Without cause.
Without,
Correct.
okay. That failed.
Passed.
clarification, I wanted to make sure.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all very much once again. Thank you all very much for our steadfastness in move our city forward. On to old business. We have a resolution allowing residents, City of Pahokee, Florida, acknowledging employees and residents contact the Office of Inspector General becomes aware of movement in any local commissioners. Motion to approve the resolution. Thank you very much, Vice. We have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner. Madam Clerk, please.
Vice Mayor Walker, Commissioner Dow,
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs,
Yes.
Commissioner Hill, Mayor Walker.
Yes. Also on the old, we have the medical marijuana order taking a look at. I think we said commissioners that we're all sending information. Is that still all right? Florida League of Cities Conference about encouraging commissioners. We currently have 3 commissioners confirmed that they will attend. Myself, Commissioner Walker, Vice Mayor Walker, and Biggs. The other 2 commissioners who are part as well. Gymnasium renovation updates, City Manager.
Yes, Thompson Taylor provided email, of course, it'll still be going on. He did, ask us to reach out to the original organization that the plan, so we reached out to them, the plans that they're requesting, and he mentioned, he had a gentleman by the name of James Harwiller to us this week he's gonna be doors, so this gonna have a mandatory meeting for some vendors who are, so you'll see that going on Mr. 10. But right now, doing no activity. Right now, they're to get the information from this architect to provide to the vendors so they can and provide this information to save them money from having design did all over. We're trying to get that for them.
Do you have any updates? Economic Development Initiative.
Blade Engineering and Ken located at 340 Point Road in the trailer across from the new City Hall. They actually opened their October 14th, so I want to stop by and say hi. Welcome. The owner name is Mr. Mog. And then King B has informed building that they're looking again the end under new ownership. The new owner's name is Mr. Ed. So Town Things purchased located on the north end of the where Subway is. They're looking to change out something. And they're going to take this over 30th. And as I've noticed, Family Dollar's new, which was updated October of this month.
I would recommend that in the future we provide at least some type of acknowledgement to do business. I know we did with H&A. It was nice that the commissioner's name on welcoming them to holding up a little business. We just encourage business as much as possible. Startup always a struggle, so as much as we can give for business.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Red, I have a question. What they call store down on Warren Avenue, are they in the process of reopening?
Yes.
That's it for City Manager.
That's all I.
We talked about making sure we reach out to Gregory Cleveland and also Mr.
Yes, I have their numbers out to them.
All right, thanks. On to new business. The credit card bill, Commissioners, the bill before you. The questions as it relates to the credit card. Any questions? We have a motion. Thank you you very much, Vice Commissioner. Madam
Vice Mayor Walker? Yes. Scott?
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs? Commissioner Hill?
Yes. The resolution under new business talked about under the mayor's. Thank you very all commissioners for supporting that resolution to allow Guys and Group Court to move forward the projects that they have with continue to work with us and city attorney to work relationships to make sure we're legally signed with other projects you're proposing.
May I read one paragraph on the attorney's letter to the organization records to meeting the requirements
Correct.
of the resolution?
Yes, correct.
The letter from here to Mr. Ritchie. Once we have foregoing, I will be able to city commission on the of the city to proceed any of the proposed projects. In the meantime, I will present the resolution for city commission on Tuesday night to let them know that what we're already saying that everything has place before the court.
Thank you very much. So make sure you continue to work city manager and city attorney. Thank you very much. New to have a resolution. We're faced with the withdrawal from the Treasure Coast Council, supporting that the county continues membership with the Treasure Coast Regional Council plan. Can we have a motion to resolution? Currently have the resolution on the motion, commissioners.
So moved, Mayor.
Very much, Commissioner. Can we have a second to the, thank you very much, Vice. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Scott?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker? Yes. Commissioner Biggs? Yes. Commissioner Hill? Mayor Walker?
Yes. That was added to the agenda, Commissioner Bass, harassment training.
I would like to propose harassment training for harassment in the workplace in light of the fact was some allegations currently and in the future. For some staff, it'll be training refreshers. For those new, it'll be a complete training. I had to put together a package of manual proposed actually doing the training, just pass it around so I can just take a quick look. I have spoken with a group that were providing training at Texas College alumni, so I don't know if many of y'all take Texas College, but probably have graduated more college graduates in this area than probably any college that I'm. Three of the persons who are proposing training on graduate from Boca High, attended Boca High School and graduate. Two of them are law enforcement. One was actually was working with Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, educators, two teachers, so they're well qualified. They will be to put on a training for $25 staff, which was all of our board members who could participate, and it wouldn't cost no maximum of $1,000 regarding men if we decide to participate in the training. None of the trainers receive any funds. The funds to the Texas College Alumni Mission, and that money will be to the school to future students in attending college. So it's a win-win situation for all. If we take a look at it, and this is just a proposal that may have other thoughts, ideas, may think we can do it a lot cheaper, but I will help get the training. I train on the basis. I can make this package up, take a lot of time. Even if the staff just read this, I think they're going to come out well informed about have harassment, how to act, some pre and post involved, and students who don't grasp the ideas or concepts, sexual harassment, individual counts or teachers have to work one-on-one with them, make sure they get a full understanding and the follow-up will the city may have with the sexual harassment issues. I will also see the city policy and procedure manual. I don't know if we currently have. If we do include it in here, we need to think about whether we want the city to address that portion to present it or to train that also, or somebody from city staff. But again, we're proposed to break the sessions up, where everyone have to come in at one time to operate, continue to operate. So I'm suggesting maybe half in the morning and then maybe half in the afternoon. But I think it's well qualified to put on this training. There will also be some films, staff will review, some role playing. I've looked at material. It's going to be a comprehensive training. So I would just like to pour that idea council to consider this proposal. They will, then more formal that we could actually, but I want to make sure it has an opportunity to take a look at it and see what you thought of that proposal. The city insurance is going to probably be looking at how proactive have in dealing with this, and I think one of the best is to quickly as possible bring to everybody to ensure that they have the most updated. In addition to each participant certificate of and anything else add into it, we're really to make sure that effective training is something we're just doing. I think it'll be worth to do it.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Babb. We appreciate all the work that you have in this process here. Just a thought of mine. I know on my job, we go through sexual harassment training, online training, and at the end of that training, you go through an answer, we go on to the next slide, and you sign acknowledgement of form, and that's free training. That would be my only issue. I do believe we need the training. Of course, even though it's a minimal cost, an expensive cost, I would, for free.
Again, we're looking for cheaper to do it if it's more effective. You take it online and you got a staff that may not comprehend, they don't have an opportunity to ask questions, they're not going to role play, they don't package a material they can feature, so sometimes you pay for what, again, $5 per week is a real number. We can either pay that or continue to pay $50,000 on
Yes,
but that's up to the commission.
I would encourage the manager to look into consider Commissioner Babb had brought forward. He's going to do a formal presentation for us to talk about what they're here. So we have some options. We do need to move forward on it.
So we do have something, but we don't have anything, I think, detailed groups and where they do interaction.
PR insurance, they will come out and for free.
Good option. All right, so we would encourage that we would reach out to insurance companies to do that for us. Discussion commission on the
I would just like to question for my mind's sake, and hopefully it'll be helpful to as we're all aware,
was a rumor for maybe a couple of weeks. And I don't know what we do in that case when someone passes environment for that period of time. Is there anything that could safeguard or individual or both the and the separate them? Because you understand my question?
Yeah, I think I do, Vice Mayor. Attorney, not mistaken, DEO's guidelines on how
Well, yes, the city needs an open policy that's aware of, if this issue occurs, they need to go to, and have available them a neutral party that reported to. And once reported, then the city needs to investigate it and take whatever is necessary to remedy the situation as quickly as possible, and includes separate offending from the accusing party during the period of time the issues are investigated.
So here in that policy and procedure need updated, but to bring that, and in addition to that, we need a procedure where the city commission be notified in a manner, especially if it's dealing with city bureau or city clerk, those out direct authority. I'm just thinking be updated somewhat.
Why don't we bring all this to the fact?
Well, it wasn't brought up back then. As soon as the issue rumors were brought to my attention, I instructed that was involved not anymore with the issue and to turn it over to the Director of Human Resources, not to talk about the subject, talk about the
I mean, with the accuser and the accusee, like I was just saying, like
As I'm trying to get clarification.
No, that's
what you do in a situation. Some individuals, because I'm in the rumors before the city approached me with it, and I just want a question so that if I hear them, what would be my responsibility? Who should I?
No, it was nothing against you. No,
I'm not saying it was. I'm
just the question. All this come up after all of this should have been prior to, because if you ask the accuser and the both should have been removed. I mean, but we're not this. It's done. But all of this is coming after the fact. These legal issues that we're going to run into, and then we're policy. We're the commission. All this stuff should have been.
Well, it was a policy.
Let me finish. And I just feel it could have been handled so different. Just different when it came down to this. All of this, obviously, to me, if you look at it, it was the total opposite. And I think it was intentionally done that way. I really think it was intentionally done that way. I think that the accuser and the should have been removed because the accuser was still being in the environment. They're still there with the people that are questioned.
That's my point.
I know, and that's what I'm saying, Vice Mayor. But after the fact, that's why I feel as though all of this was done. All of this was done, and it's not right. Goes back to what Commissioner Baird was saying. That was the best way, honestly, and the most fair in this situation too. At this point, because these are some bad legal that we will be facing as being commissioners. This is not right. And then people names being, character being slandered, jobs being, future being jeopardized, livelihood, and you have still sitting around, but I'm going to say this. This Ms. Washington, you do what you have to, and you citizens, just like we would, move this city forward. Don't allow anyone come to you and convince you of anything. You do what you have to do. Because I'm going to say this much. If you don't, you're going to be like Mr. Moore. So we have to put a committee together and hire some people.
Are there any questions that was in there for Mr. Brandenburg? Okay, all right. Are there any other questions as it comes to the sexual harassment? I think we talked about the tweak up and procedures that's in place. I think HR is more than capable working with the city manager and the city to make sure that we are following an appropriate procedure. All right? I think it's clear on that. Any other commissioners?
I do, it's not in reference to the interim city manager. I don't over to ask a question.
I don't think you're out of order. Out of order there,
She's not out of order at all.
all right, thank you very much, sir.
I would like to, see if the commission approve our plan for the interim to be able to use the vehicle for travel. Because right now she's using her work and Mr. Moore had those privileges. I think it's only fair to have those same privileges on the vehicle.
Good, Madam Clerk?
Yes. Commissioner Bath? Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill? Yes. Mayor Warren?
Vice Mayor, any other comments on sexual harassment? Since there being the issues closed. Now on to Commissioner Bath. Time, sir.
Thank you. I know Sloan was Kevin in favor of Mr. Moore, Sloan wasn't, but it wasn't any loud laws when it happened with self-to-desist action. And our recommendation, and I applaud you for that here. You do display great. I want to thank Ms. Washington for self-to-desist in the intern. We had an individual talk about increasing pay, but to give an individual on the $5 in weeks to her others, I mean, we're still in the same goal with Mr. Iverson. I would like to just applaud, thank them for accepting an intern. We're not paying you what you deserve, but we certainly thank you for taking that challenge. I'm going to leave it. And I thank everybody.
I thank you very much, Mr. Bath. Commissioner Biggs?
Good evening, everyone. I'm saying tonight, the reason I had a motion for Mr. Bath Moore, because it appears this commission doesn't want to make it. This man, thank you to this community, to this city, whatever anybody else take it, I could care less. I'd like to say this. When I left here last commission meeting, they said they were uncertain as to where I was coming from. I so support Mr. Moore. I know he does. I know he did. And despite all the said and what has been done here, this didn't start recently. It started 4 or 5 years ago, along with the last election. Anybody in there right know that where they were alluding to beginning. And when I said, oh, okay, and smell, I wasn't lying. These hidden agendas, if you want to work at it, you got to make it. It shouldn't be him with 5 people, and all of us in our own agendas, because pleasing me are doing what you do. That goes. And you're not a white community, not a black community, Hispanic community, diverse group of people. No blacks overrule, no whites overrule, nothing. It seems like now, this commission one, us black. Everybody live in the city of Pahokee. Pahokee has people working same all around here. Same as we've got the manager that work here, he's working out of town. There is no city. Everybody work there. It's city. And if don't qualify, but if you don't, how can you select someone to apply? See, tell the truth and the devil. And the one about this, these here been here a long time. I'm one that's Mr. Moore here. I'm just because Mr. Moore, he needs to get on. If he had stayed, he would have been annihilated again. Yeah. The man is a decent, and he shouldn't have to go. I'm not anything to do with no accusation, because nobody is guilty until they're proven guilty. Everyone's they're proven guilty. Right in the city that have been doing some things wrong. Until they are proven guilty, you provide it. It's hush. But let me tell you something. Goes around people. And people here try to bring business. Well, yes, sir. Mr. Moore have the ability to bring people together and work together. That's what I was saying. And because there was so much, somebody didn't like it. Is that right? Yes, it is. No. Worked on time, trying to please this commission, our people. I'm a thing today, somebody think something tomorrow. Everybody would say, well, leave that to the manager for security. And they bring something back, no satisfaction. Eyes, people, smell, I don't care who comes, unless things change. And the hearts and mindset of this commission change. A long time ago. Function destroys a city. And I still say that. If you want to get along with somebody, somebody get along with somebody. Work with Mr. Moore like that. I don't care what the man did it out. And let me everything coming back around. The idea that the manager called discord among the, and I'm trying to talk about, is another ploy. You can control yourself. You can't control nobody. Mr. Moore and else to make me dislike I love you. But if it's in your control, you gonna do it. So, like I tell me, and yet I didn't agree on that. Nobody does. Sometimes my teeth, I do. Wow, hit my tongue. But no one can feel good when they have the line and truth about our commitment to never do it. Yes, so up here. We got to realize that we are elected to move. We love to say move forward, but moving forward, that's why we're trying to work together. It takes all of it. No one person can. The manager, the mayor, none of us, but we got it. Like it, it's the truth. Oh, it's tough and know the truth. We get together and we get and call people stuff out of context and no, they're not telling you. And then get them some things. And if you bless a lie on me in my face, you think. And these things are people. to know that there's an unrest in Hoboken, and it's being dared to use the propagation to your city. Shame. You talk about we don't have nothing, we have less than that. Keep less than. Wake up. Let's see the facts. And that's wrong. If a person allowed him to do, but don't want to meet with the person, no, you'd rather go back. But it's a madness going on, okay? And for what to destroy, wake up and smell it. Yes, also, I say it. It's going to be hard to get someone to come to okay. On websites, Facebook, they print all kind of mess out for okay. Me, I wouldn't want to, but I pray God that's in the heart stuff. He in okay. Bless you. And have a good night.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Hill.
I would basically agree. Commissioner B. I think a lot of our citizens probably really do go and see exactly what. But I want to congratulate Ms. Washington and our on your position. I want to warn you. Make sure you do what you have to do to get city forward. Don't listen to, because this is happening. If you don't listen to these, you will be moved. You will be gone, and it won't be. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to move forward and make a job, a decent job elsewhere.
No, sure.
It will destroy you. And that's why Commissioner Biggs is saying it's hard, you know, when you're a person's livelihood. I'll be honest, I take this up because I know how to do it and what they can do. It wasn't fair the way it was done. I mean, I'm not going to say Mr. Moore was a person, but the thing is, if you're willing, you're supposed to be working with individuals, understand the time frame, but it was all beginning. I just feel like it was, and only because you don't certain people. Now, you make your choice. You do job and move forward. You want to get tied up in the way, so be it. But my biggest concern trying to get our city forward, because I feel all this is just a waste of time. All this energy we're putting on it, we could be doing things that can try to move this city forward. People with agendas, and I've been saying that out of this seat. Before I got in this seat, I truly didn't. Now, they really hidden agendas. And for guys, I'm going to be honest, I can't, I'm not good at Facebook. I'm not good at it. So I have to, when I talk, that's just what I do. Being honest, people can call me, they can get me, they can do what they want to do. But at the end, I do what I can do to lay my head down. But at night, Art, Washington, do your job. If you're scared, you better somebody in doctor, because if you don't with it, your whole future messed up. I'm just being honest. And citizens, I love you, and for the citizens, I'm gonna be that last meeting. I went into a rant and rave. That's not my style. Citizens got offended by me saying, calling you. I wasn't at my sister. It was just me being frustrated because type of behavior. It's not fair. And you know what it's going to feel like? People with the plots are winning. But I guarantee you, this is going to be the fun. Because when it comes down, just like most other people are gone, all that are engaging in this now are going to be gone too. Just hold on. You will see. And those same people gonna come on and try to ask questions. Thank you, citizens. I love you all. Be blessed.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hill. Vice Mayor Walker?
Good evening, everyone. I would like a question, and it's inside, but, this contract, are we reviewing that every year, or it's just, we just do evaluation every year?
Correct.
Okay, I just want that for clarification, for questions about that. First of all, I would just like to thank everybody for being, but I think we should share the news. Got to check on South Bay. Anyway, Pahokee is being recognized state level as the 5th improved state relate to the crime. In 2000, crime rate was at 65.66. In 2012, the rate went to 32.3, a 81% decrease. And this information just came out last week, this week, and I didn't check out whether they were in this is the top 25, so, but I did not check Bay, but Belgrade in 2007 was 122.97, 2012 59.30, so it went down. There was a decrease of 1.78%. So there are things that we are getting recognized for good, and this is on the state of 25 most improved cities awarded choice. We should be proud of that. At least our behaving. Next report will be, but kind of the one that you sent. I supported the motion to terminate Mr. Moore without. However, I feel like there are legitimate causes for him to have been terminated. Cause, but for the just about in the sake of saving the city, that makes sense. I know we're going to have to pay him a big and serve sick time and all that, but I think it was just simple to just go along with Mr. Bow's recommendation. I'll just leave with that, and I want to say that there are really article reading in the Sun that basically attacked about myself and the mayor. However, I think whoever took a very cowardly, because the thing you need to say to it, and I say this to say, if there's something about me you need to say to me, you said I see it, it's only an opportunity for me to develop, to grow, to improve. But when you take the approach that was taken in that newsletter, in the Sun newspaper, all that does is bring out how they create between everybody in the game. You know, if you feel good, you can tonight and say you're quoting the Bible. You can be making the kind of comments made in their articles. And it's between you and God. I just feel like that. If you have a concern, you need to individual and talk to them. Be brave to it, because I'm brave enough, something to say, I will say. And I don't throw a rock and hide it, because best to confront someone, confront bravely, and let them feel about any given situation. And the person say they've been a long time, I haven't known me a long time. I'm not that person that you describe in that news. Thank you all, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Thank you very much, Commissioners. Thank you all very much for coming. This meeting is adjourned.